Hello. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Great adjective additions. I'm honestly surprised Banui wasn't already on there. But welcome in. Welcome Navjack. Welcome Double Dot. Welcome Austral's Cage. Welcome Archibald. Welcome Greedra. Go afternoon. Welcome Borb Fan. Welcome Ribbon. Welcome Tengu. Welcome Forest. Welcome. And welcome Benemy. Yeah, mammals. I was out at Point Reese. Let me go through my naturalist, cause Point Reese was amazing. I saw many good creatures. I just wanna. Hey, hell yeah! 6 watching. Holy shit! The Young Station watch party. Welcome Claire and friends. Welcome. I was just gonna like blab about my Point Reese trip real quick. I saw several mammals, I guess a bit of a spoiler, and some birds. I saw this California quail, this northern harrier. But yeah, Point Reese, if any of you are in the Bay, Point Reese is beautiful. Oh hell yeah! Quick one before the Eternal Worm devours Connecticut is a great song. Wonderful album. No, we can definitely rate animals based off how much a quick one before the worms, Eternal Worms devour Connecticut they are. Wait, is it Eternal Worms singular? In my head, it's always Eternal Worms, plural. There's just one Eternal Worm, I'm learning. There should be more Eternal Worms. And yeah, I got footage. I got mammal footage while I was there. We should skip to the good part, the mammals. There were so many deer. There weren't any elk. Which is a pity, because it is apparently a pretty good place to see them. But I think we may have just been in the wrong parts of the park or the wrong time of year. But the deer were beautiful. And I love the like antlers starting to come in on this one. And it's just grazing the grass. The deer were so cute. And I also saw a log of seals and a gopher. Here's the gopher. I love how it just scurries back into its hole. The way it descends into its burrow is extremely cute. It's like it's falling down. It's like it's being pulled in. It's like not a graceful exit at all. I love it. There are also sea lions, or elephant seals rather. There was a sea lion, but I've seen those before. This is my first time seeing elephant seals. And they're just like all snoring. They look so sleepy. Welcome Circle Back. Welcome. Let me get the volume up a bit on this one. They were just making the most delightful snoring sounds. I know, the seal cuddle pile. They look so cozy. And look at that yawn. God. They seem to live the perfect life. They just always seem so cozy. And my final one is I saw brush rabbit, which I've seen before, but only like in the bushes, like very obscure. And here I just had like a very good look at one. It was a very chill brush rabbit. Usually the rabbits here I feel are quite skittish, but this one was like, it was some distance away. Like this is with my telephoto lens. I am quite far from it, but it was like very happy just in the open, perfectly still. But anyways, I think that's my mammal updates. I think we can dive right into things and spin today's adjectives. Thank you, Hoborg. Thank you, thank you. Eagleisk. Eagleisk is good. I feel like, because we've had some that are like notable, and this is obviously in that territory, right? But I feel there are distinctions we can raise here. Because sometimes it's quite rare, but sometimes they'll like explicitly mention that a creature will have like local spiritual or like religious value to the people around that, and obviously that would be huge. Whereas there could be like an infamous animal, right? Like a well-known animal that's like kind of villainized. Like a common pest or something. Even though it's like famous, it might score lowly on Eagleisk, right? So there is some nuance here, I feel. It's not just a matter of like how famous it is, which a lot of these adjectives are. I am so happy people are like trying to get iNaturalist focused. If I plague any part of that, I take immense pride. Like, again, like I'd be so delighted to learn that like people, anyone's gotten into iNaturalist because of my stream. It's like both like, I don't know, like citizen science and good, but also just such a fun hobby. I have been loving finding and photographing and documenting animals so much. So good luck in future missions, Hoborg. Oh hell yeah, that makes me happy like you can't believe, like. And yeah, definitely some hedgehogs are definitely eagleized, like. Fluid. I feel like monkeys are quite fluid. Like every time I watch, you know the video of the like gibbon just like pestering the snakes? Or sorry, the tigers. Like the gibbon just like pranking the like young tigers. They're just being like a rapscallion. Is this? Here, I'll pull it up, because everyone needs to see this. But this is my case for monkeys being fluid.
An Indo-Chinese tiger makes an appearance in the jungle that Prajan, the Bengalese tiger, and her children have suddenly abandoned. A darker color, a coat embellished with narrower stripes, and a smaller size characterize this species. His name will be Sua, a Thai word that means tiger.
Yeah, just give it a second.
Without warning, an enemy pounces on Sua.
Because this is apparently how they defend themselves from
is none
tigers.
other than the brother of the former.
It's like very
The two animals
proactive
continue
defense.
to play, unaware that they are just under the tree that Talon the gibbon has made the center of his kingdom.
Like, look at it moving about in the treetop. Tell me that isn't fluid. I also think swinging from branch to branch like that must be so fun. Hey, welcome, Krua. They're just such funny little pranksters. There's also something extremely funny about driving a predator out of your home by just being like really annoying. Like just by being really bothersome and pulling at its ears and stuff. But yeah. Yeah. No, I love gibbons. But yeah, anyways, I think these are, I think primates are the most fluid animals, especially like the arboreal ones. Which I guess is like almost called primates, but you know what I mean. Let's go, third adjective. Shimmering? Shimmering is brutal. But sometimes you get like a animal with like extremely pale fur And it's shimmering in that sense. Sometimes you get like an aquatic animal, like dolphins are definitely shimmering. Dolphins are among the most shimmering. And it could also just be a metaphorical sense, right? It could have a very like shimmering personality. Shimmering, I'm not gonna pretend it's easy, I'm not gonna pretend it's plausible, but I think we can make shimmering work. Any dolphins are gonna be extremely shimmering. And concerned. I mean, some animals are classified as least concern. But is that the same? Because that's regarding our concern for the mammals, not the mammals' concern. Some animals do look terrifying, too. Some animals just constantly look afraid. Whilst others, like, seem to not have a care in the world. So I think this is one we could use, like, conservation strategies here. But we could also use vibes here. I think we can play this one by ear. Maybe both can contribute. But yeah, eagle-eyed, fluid, shimmering, concern. Definitely not the easiest set of adjectives I've ever had, but I think this is workable. Let's pull our first mammal. Let's spin. Typhosus achates? Not a genus that's very familiar to me. I don't know if I recognize it at all. Oh, Toombat! We've had Toombats before. Very, like... good name. Very, like, atmospheric name. Just being called the Indonesian Toombat. Tomb? Tomb. So it's named after Achates from the epic poem The Aeneid. Sure. Who is Achates? Like, somewhat close friend of Aeneas? His name has become a byword for a very intimate companion? Sure. Are there any photos? Oh, there are. It's quite a cute smile it's got going on. Not the craziest bat I've seen. Very normal looking bat, but quite cute. I'm a fan. It does have a kind of smug look to it, yeah. The Indonesian Toombat. It's by Carlos Bocos. And let's read about it. Feeds on aerial insects. Does not lactate in mid-June on Kai Island. Really narrows the... awesome, good to know. Roosts in limestone caves. Not tombs, that's kind of disappointing. So I think... Okay. First we can score this. This thing is not eagle-eyed. First up, like, Toombat has extremely, like, evil and menacing energy, even though they are quite cute. And also just extremely obscure, gigantic, efficient animal that we know nothing about. I feel like if you can fly, that's pretty good for your fluidity scores. Bats move quite fluidly, I think, on the grand scheme of things. They are kind of silky with it. They are somewhat shimmering. Not like crazy shimmering, not like a dolphin, but I think a 155 is there. And this thing, look at that expression. Look at that, like, smug, knowing grin. This thing does not have a concern at all. This thing is so unfazed. I sense, like, zero fear here. And I think the only information we have is that it does not lactate in mid-June on Kai Island. Probably, right? We have a sample size of 2. I think that is all I have to say about the Indonesian tomb bat. Let's spin another mammal. Yeah, it is kind of within those territories. Philomus lamerum. The Palearctic tree rat. Hell yeah. Oh, we are so back. This is what I expect when I go live. Yes. Look at this weirdo. Look at, like, I think part of it is just the way its body is, like, contorting in this image. But what a strange looking creature. That Palearctic tree rat is a brutal name. That is not flattering. Is this the only image of one? There are 2 other observations. Oh. Wait. Wait, where even is it? Does anyone see a tree rat in this image? Up top big. I think I need to, like, crank up my monitor's brightness. Up top big. Is it like this blob here? I am losing. Yes! Wait, is that an eye? No, the tail is hanging down on the right. Oh, this is the tail? Oh, this whole thing. That's its head. Wait, I see it. There's nose here? And then this is its back? Okay. Excellent. Awesome. I almost want to use this image. It'd be so fucked up because we have, like, a really good image of one, but this is an extremely funny image. Welcome, Gerbil Ninja. Yeah. I just could not process this with anything more. Again, I think there's, like, some glare on my monitor, which could not help. That is wonderful. Is it clear in the... Oh yeah, and then there's a much clearer image too. Okay, yeah, this is just a fully normal rat. It is just twisting into a strange shape in the other image. Look at it peeking out of the gutter. This is so cute. Rodents are kind of awesome. It is a very triangular face, in both like that and this image. Let me just buy Federico. Palearctic Atlantic tree rat. Yeah. Gerbil Ninja, I thought this might be up your alley. Like, that coloration is quite gerbil-esque to me. Idolized. The name does not speak well to this idolization. I feel if they had respect for this, they would not describe it as Palearctic. Arboreal and probably solitary. Usually nests in tree hollows. Additional studies are needed. Habitat is highly reduced and fragmented due to humans. Has cheek teeth. That's a bit of an alarming... Oh, but that's just okay. That's just molar and premolar teeth. They can scare me a little, but no, like boggy horror going on. Literally just the teeth closest to the cheek. Yeah, okay. We have stuff to go off here. Yeah, the name is just too mean to believe these are eagle eyes. They should be eagle eyes, but it does not seem like they are. I love rodents. They're not like fluid in the way bats and mammals are. I think it's because their like legs are so short. So when they're moving around, it's like a much more solid motion to me because it's almost like just yeah, they just like zip around on the ground, right? They scamper. It's not fluid. I don't think I need to explain. If you have like really long sweeping limbs moving around, that's much more fluid feeling. They do shimmer. Like, hard to tell in the dark one, hard to tell in the other photos, but like look at this fur. This fur definitely shimmers a bit. Yeah, not a ton, but it does look a bit more concerning, and it's like peeking out from that grate in the city. I think this is like a 145 concern. Nests in tree hollow. Cheek teeth. Not as scary as they sound. Kind of a mean name. I think that's what I have to say about the Paleoatlantic tree rat. Spin a mammal. Oryx. Wait, Oryx gazella. Wait. I think this is very. Oh, sorry. Rigged, but I think this is very good. I think Oryx gazella. Oh, the Gemsbok. Oh, the Gemsbok. Holy shit. Holy shit. Insane creature. Look at the, like, almost has some cow stuff going on. Like, looking at the limbs and the head. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen such, like, dairy cow coloration on a, like, completely, like, you know, naga bovine at all. This is crazy. Gemsbok, awesome name. Lycalopex Chitan. Widely hunted for their spectacular horns. They average 33 inches or 85 centimeters in length. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, look at those. Wait. Look at those horns. That's incredible. These are like bug antennae almost. God, I can't get over how like cow colored it is. A Gemsbok horn can be fashioned into a natural trumpet and according to some authorities can be used as a shofar. I never thought about that. Yeah, I wonder if there are like rabbinical rulings on which ungulate's horns can be used as a shofar or not. I really want to know, like, has someone gone, is there like a rabbinical young station equivalent where they go through all the different like horned mammals and decide which one's horns can suitably be used as a shofar and which one can't? I hope there's a list out there. I hope they have gone through every mammal. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Look at those dunes. Look at that, like, pink sand. Oh my god. What an incredible creature. Thank you for this, Archibald. My god. Gemsbach. It is a fantasy creature, absolutely. Look at those horns! Look at those! Insane! Live in herds of 10 to 40? Eat sama, melons, and cucumbers? Incredible shot. Holy shit. Wait, they've been introduced? The New Mexico State Department of Game and Fish introduced Gemsbach to Tularosa Basin, New Mexico in the United States. Current population estimate to be around 3,000. It's fucked up that you can see these like roaming in the US. That these are invasive to New Mexico. What the hell? Where is Tularosa Basin? Like around here, it seems like. Wow. Wow, I know some people going to Las Cruces, not that far from the Gemsbach. If you're going, you have to see these. A herd? For some awesome and holy shit! Look at.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we delve into the fascinating world of the Oryx, a remarkable.
Wait, I don't know how you feel about the KKS animation, but that is some incredible footage. Those horns are amazing. Like, look at that. You just look at the horn level. These are bugs. I can't get over the size. Yeah. Depicted on the coat of arms of Namibia, that is huge for its eagle eye score. Look at them. Look at the Gemsbach. Holy shit. Let's look at more Gemsbach images. I kind of want to use the sunset. Well, I don't know. There's going to be so many good images. The herd is quite fluid. That's true. I was going to give a very low fluid score. But en masse, they are very fluid. God. I love this shot. But if I feel like you're too licensing attribution. Wow. God, they're such beautiful creatures. Wow. All the like weird antelopes have been so cool. I really kind of thought all antelopes just... I didn't realize how much like crazy coat patterns there were to antelopes, you know? I kind of thought they were all like uniformly brown and stuff. We should read a bit more in GBIF, but I'm thinking these are extremely eagle-eyed. Amble and nod their heads up and down when walking fast, and move at speed with a flowing trot. I don't think they could have possibly done more wonders for their fluid score than describing them as having a flowing trot. That's insane. That's as fluid as it gets. Open arid country, including dune country, open grassland and bush savanna. No breeding season, restricted breeding season. Oh, these also love schlag. Did you crazy pea stuff? It's insane to me that you can just see these in New Mexico. Yeah, these appear on like a skate crest. Like, come on. Look at them. They're like literally collected as trophies. It's fucked up, but that definitely contributes to the eyes. I was gonna give this like a 31 fluid or something. I think of antelopes as not being very fluid, but shows why I know. I mean, again, in like energy, in pure vibe, in like literal appearance, no, but in like pure vibes, it doesn't get much more shimmering than this, you know? Like, has a dazzle camo thing going on. Concerned? It looks a little pensive in this image, in some of the images. But I feel like these horns must make you feel so much safer, you know? I would feel so safe with just like a meager long, two meager long swords attached to my head at all times. So I think it's kind of a wash. I feel like middling concerned scores here. The dual swords toggle, that would be quite good. Basically antenna at this point. Great cow stuff going on. On the skate crest, Namibia, they also love schlag and Geomys up pea smelling. I shouldn't judge. I think it's chill that they do the pea smelling courtship rituals. Classic ungulate behavior. God, what else is there to say? Wait, they're in New Mexico. Insane. Really good gut. Oh yeah, these are nice images. Yeah, this is excellent. Lick spin, another mammal. But holy shit, Gem's buck was insane. Isothrix, bistriata. We've had Isothrix before. What was it? At least I think we did. Oh, of course, yellow-chrome brush-tailed rat. What the hell? This is not a bat. This is a badger. That is a badger. Oh, rat, not bat. I just can't read. Still, this is not a rag either. I'm so confused as to how this is a bat. That does explain it a bit, but only a bit. Like, look at this. Look at this. What a weird creature. Also have no sense of scale. Are there more images? Also known as the yellow-crowned toro, which is a much more flattering name. Yeah, what the hell? Holy shit, what is this thing? This is an alien. I just got so reggy for this to just be another little rodent. Because it's like, you know, a very long tail grat, a very long name grat. No, these are like... It looks quite prehensile. Oh my god, is that a cub? Oh, that is extremely cute. Yes. Yes. Wow. Oh, that's a great photo, yeah. They are very cute. So unfair to just call this a brush-tailed rat. Like, how little imagination do you need to have to see this and say, oh yeah, that's just a rat. That's just a rat with a different tail. Like, come on, look at this. What even is it? It's an Ekmieg? Oh, this is like the Hukia family. God, insane that this is like not a capybara. This is just called a spiny rat. Welcome, Pascal. Welcome, welcome. These are some really good images. Holy shit, look at that. God, they're so cute and yeah. I love them so much. I was not expecting this at all when I saw the name. They do seem to be like peeping out of tree hole specialists, which is awesome. They're always doing this. I'm gonna go with the common name iNaturalist uses because I think it's way cooler and more fitting, which is the yellow-crowned toro. Seasonally floodplain forests. That's like, I love the niche. Location. Known to nest in the holes on trunks of large trees, agreed. They are vocal, and indigenous people have seen them calling from tree branches and entrances of their nest holes at night. Wonderful. Classified as least concern. Wow. Come on. These should be idolized, but we got really no indication that they are. Still, I refuse to believe that they aren't, like, at least somewhat respected locally. You know, like, look at them. Again, arboreality really increases your fluid score to me. I think rodents on the ground, not that fluent, but rodents fluid, but rodents up in tree, maybe this is excessive, maybe like a 156, but I think they are fluid. Again, kind of shimmering, like in vibes and appearance. It looks extremely concerned here. Look, I get huddled up, peeking behind the branch. I'm getting like extremely high. Concerned ratings. Awesome creature. Brush-tailed rat, my ass. Loves tree holes. Squeaks at night. God, these are so cool. I think that's good for this one. Yeah. Yeah, yellow crown brush rat is the brush-tailed rat is another of these like excessively long common names. Radiogontimus? Zacatecai. Zacatecas harvest mouse. Love a harvest mouse. I still want to see the salt marsh harvest mouse so badly. Look at that. Look at how rotund it is. Yes. God. Harvest mice are so good. I swear they're like just mice, but a bit like rounder and cuter than typical. Really good. Hey, welcome, Olive. Welcome, welcome. I hope these are idealized. I hope these are like worshipped as they should be. Probably similar. This is awesome. This is awesome. Fug and feeding. Probably similar to the Western harvest mouse. Breeding. No information, but the Zacateccan harvest mouse is probably similar to the Western harvest mouse. Activity patterns. Probably similar to the Western harvest mouse. Movement, home range, and social organization. Probably similar to the Western harvest mouse. They didn't bother with this one. They're like, yeah, pretty much just a Western harvest mouse and just moved on. Just skipped this one. Incredible. Yeah, exactly. Different address, same guy, yeah. No, they just shit on this one so hard. They like didn't even bother describing their one. They're just like, see our entry on Western Harvest Mouse under every category. That's brutal. That's so disrespectful. They didn't even like bother copying and pasting what they wrote there. No, again, like the terrestrial rodents do not strike me as like fluid. And I don't mean that, like, to shame them. I think it's fine. Kind of. I think it's mostly this picture that makes it look shimmering, but kind of. It does look extremely scared here. I could even go like a 236 looking at it. Like, it just looks so terrifying. Okay, let's... Food feeding. Probably similar to the Western harvest. Actually, yeah, let's just leave this as one note suffix. But yeah. I think that's extremely good as a note. Probably similar to the Western harvest mouse. I've never seen that. I've seen it say no information, but other members of its genus all eat bugs or whatever, you know? I've never just seen it like cop out like this and just put probably similar to Western harvest mouse under every single category. Okay, let's spin one last mammal and then take a quick ag break. Scogophilus loves skokes. The Lebensis. The Sulawesi yellow bat. What does Scogophilus mean? What do they love? What is Scogo? But yeah, yellowbacks are very good. Go. Scotland lover? I don't think these are the Scotland lovers. Darkness lovers. Oh, that's cool. That's good. Endemic to Indonesia? Uh-oh, it's been merged to another taxon? Is this a synonym? Because we do have Heathy on here separately. What does Gbif have to say? Gbif does not list it as a synonym. So if Gbif doesn't list it, I will respect that. Taxonomic status is uncertain. Very similar to the greater Asiatic yellow bat, but no morphological compare. Okay, so I think Gbif isn't just yet aware that this is a subspecies. Is it subspecies at least it's gonna naturalist? Because then, no. Never mind. Probably a subspecies. Okay, so this one just barely counts by our criteria. Oh, no, wait. Weird. Oh yeah, no, they do have this listed as a subspecies. But they have a listed as a subspecies of something else? No, I'm just very confused. What the hell is a Pachyogus kaminki? It only seems to appear on the Sulawesi Yellowbat page. Okay, so I think it does satisfy our criteria. Probably. I'll review it, what the hell. If I accidentally review a subspecies of the greater Asiatic bat, my life will go on. Yeah, we confirmed darkness loving. Number 272 in this image. And oh, it could be Scotland. I think we rule it down to either these are the darkness loving backs or these are the Scotland loving backs. Yes. And book of the mammals of the world. Let's see. Yellow bat. Extremely not idolized. They barely even... Not even really its own species. It was like a 6. Backs are quite fluid, I maintain. Yellow bat, this has to be kind of shimmering. But it is darkness loving, so it doesn't get to shimmer very often. I think like an 81 is fair. It looks quite at peace. It does not look concerned to me. Not real. Loves the dark or Scotland. Likely uses forest habitat and may roost in houses. Okay. Lives in the forest and in occasional houses. I think that's good for the Sulawesi yellow bat. And with that, let me take a really quick ad break. I will be back in like 4 minutes. See ya, see ya. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome. Hope you all, had a good break. Hope you took a second to stretch or hydrate if you needed to. Let me spin the wheel. Geomys? These are the pocket gophers, I believe. Or maybe those are the orthogeomys. Pocket gophers are some kind of geomys. I know this because I saw a pocket gopher yesterday and was like entering it on a naturalist. The Central Texas pocket gopher, or Liano pocket gopher, is a species of rodent endemic to Central Texas. God, I would love to have a hyper-localized pocket gopher that I could see. There is a species of chewing louse that lives exclusively on the fur of these gophers. Their burrows do include food caches and gigantic bathrooms. Hell yeah, they have latrines. One second. I'll make sure there's no like gruesome images. There's a lot of images that are just like the holes the gopher dug up, which is fair. That's the easiest way to like observe a gopher, I suppose. But there is a definite live one. Look at this cutie. Yes. Pocket gophers again are so much smaller than I realized. Like, it's funny because I can like have the measurements, but it's hard to like, I don't know. I should have taken more time to like actually visualize what they're saying, because it really is a pocket creature. It really is like a rat-sized creature. It's crazy. I think like the groundhog is the iconic burrowing rodent, and it really like messes up my perspective at least. But yeah. I feel like, I mean, we should read more about it, but I feel like it's gonna be extremely not legalized because, again, like gophers, I think the reputation is one of a nuisance, right? Like, they drive people crazy. They're just like caraplons and stuff. I don't think these are given much respect in game life.
Asante.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Likely solitary and aggressively territorial. Little is known about their breeding habits, but appears to breed throughout the years. With major peaks in February and March. Yeah, welcome, Mimicneko. Welcome, welcome. Probably feeds on root tubers and stems and leaves. Of most plants available within its vicinity. I can't speak today. Moving on. Of its burrow system, it regularly invades cultivated fields and is considered an agricultural pest wherever it occurs in contact with humans. Okay. Small Frix genus. This is a particularly small pocket gopher. Well-drained, sandy or gravelly loams. It likes blackbush, juniper, and desert hackberry. I'm glad it has. I love learning about their preferred soil types. I think we should like put all the pocket gophers on the soil triangle. I think that could kind of go crazy. Yeah, extremely not as like I think people do not have love and respect for pocket gophers mostly, unfortunately. Maybe a little more than a typical terrestrial rodent, just because I imagine they're so like squiggly, just crawling around in there. But I don't know. No, this thing like barely ever sees the gale light. Unfortunately, this thing is definitely not shimmering. It looks more like maybe grumpy, which I guess is kind of in the like concern realm of things. I could see it getting like a 131 concerned. Light sandy or gravelly loam. Big fan of mesquite, blackbrush, ash juniper, and desert hackberry fan. And smaller than a typical pocket gopher. You were on pocket gopher entombing, Googie? That is crazy. I guess you're not like entombing them, you're just like patching up the holes. They're probably fine, but yeah. No, I know these are like notorious, like gophers and moles and burrowing rodents like really fuck up your farm, from what I've heard. Let's spin another mammal. Molossus? I have no clue. Mollusk. We got mollusk. We finally got mollusk. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, mastiff back. Look at those teeth. Holy shit. Holy shit. Terrifying. Mastiff backs. Named after an ancient breed of shepherd dog. Extinct dog breeds are so interesting. Yeah, no, lives up to the name. They secrete a viscous, greasy fluid, a fluid mention with a strong odor. Love when a bat secretes a viscous, greasy fluid, you know? Always good stuff there. Mostly eats moths, sorry Krua. Although they also eat significant quantities of beetles and bugs. Although they sometimes roost in caves. They're more commonly found resting in palm trees or in cracks or cavities in artificial structures. Okay. God, they're so goofy. Look at this image. This is so funny. This is almost like piranha to me. This is so good. Hey, welcome, Alcazimeth. Welcome. Yeah, extremely good expression. Yeah. God, look at it. I love this coloration. I love this like orangey red. It does, it does. Ah, look at this smile, look at that smile with the gap in its teeth. That is extremely cute. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at that! Look at that! Yeah, only smoke angry. Awesome. They're so expressive. Like, morphologically, they're like pretty normal backs. I don't think the teeth are even like... okay, the teeth are crazy, but I don't think they're like... I think backs normally have pretty menacing teeth. They just... I think what really sets this one apart is its like willingness and eagerness to just be kind of like... baring its fangs like this. Wonderful. Really good. How? I mean, I should read Geomys, right? Because I do wonder how idolized they are. But I don't know if Geomys is going to provide much insight into that. But you never know. Benefits from peaks in insect densities at dusk. It roosts in caves, buildings, and cracks in stone walls between rafters and under fronds of coconut palms. Good places. Love cracks in stone walls, one word. Definitely meow 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 meow. Wow. Wide distribution, presumably large population, occurs in protected areas and tolerates some habitat modification. Hell yeah. Aerial insectivore. Mostly bugs, but occasional seeds have been found in its species. Okay. Really good. I feel like egalized. I would egalize that thing, but I feel like most people just fear this. Knowing nothing else, my inclination has to be this is sort of a symbol of evil, right? I think like, yeah, maybe actually more like a 50 again. It's kind of obscure and it's kind of scary, so I actually think it's a quite low. They do secrete a fluid. And I think they are probably pretty fluid in flight. So being both very fluid and secreting a fluid, that's gotta help. No, again, these are creatures of the night, you know? No, this thing does not have, like, a bone of fear in its body. I don't think that's a real expression, but whatever, you know. Look at this thing. This thing is fearless. Creates a greasy, viscous fluid. Yeah, they can't afford to shimmer. With a strong ogre. The fluid has a strong odor. No, I think it'd be funnier to repeat the adjectives. The greasy, viscous fluid has a strong odor. Wonderful. Lives in cracks in stone walls. Mostly it eats moths, but does eat other flying insects and even the occasional seed. Awesome teeth. I think that's good. I think that's good. Yeah, I like these adjectives. They are growing on me. Let's spin another mammal. Boss, wait. Boss is like bovine, right? This is like a cow. Hey, welcome, Pomikit. Cow time in Geeg. The Coopery? The critically endangered, possibly extinct forest ducks? Holy shit. Oh no. What the hell is this? Last confirmed sighting of a wild individual took place in 1969. Oh god. Maybe a hybrid between a Zimbu and a Banteng. Awesome. That clears things up. Yeah, that is tragic. God. Welcome, Skeleton Wish. Welcome. Lichen gracile build. Oh, wow. Cool creatures. This is so messed up. Yeah, if it was confirmed to be a hybrid, like just a stable hybrid, like a hybridized species, you could maybe like bring it back. That would be like an actual way of like de-extincting a species on like all the like colossal shit, you know? Oh, but that's cookies were singing. Oh, okay, never mind then. Oh yeah, sorry, I should have just read the next sentence. Distinct species unrelated to Zebu. But that's weird, I never considered that. But yeah, because like some species exist by hybridization. Like, have you heard of those like Darwinian finches? That like over the last 10 years or something, there's 2 different species of Darwin's finches in the Galapagos. Like one species flew to another island, bred with some of the locals, and then their hybrid offspring produced a song that like neither parent species could recognize. So they weren't able to breed with any of the species, so they just started like breeding among themselves, and they seem to now have a somewhat stable population. So we seem to have like witnessed the evolution of a new species of like finch in real time over the last 10 years. I can send the article. It's like really cool stuff. Yeah. It's super cool. It's like the first, it's like, I think the first, I don't know, it's at least the first observed instance of speciation in like a vertebrate. It's the first time we've just like seen a new species appear. It doesn't even have like a proper species name or anything yet. And it's cool because like hybrid speciation is like quite rare in like vertebrates. It happens a lot in plants and quite a bit in bugs, I believe. Oh hell yeah, Mixtaco. Thought you've never been numerous. Trophy hunting, probably gonna again. God. The latter being highly symbolic culturally. Okay, that factors into the eagle-eyed score. They were like true eagle-eyes for their own good. Last known footage, holy shit. What's in color? Excellent. Oh my god, look at them. No. That is so tragic. I guess the like one bragging spot is that they are not confirmed extinct yet. Like normally I think like last sighting 1969 they're doomed, but I have been like astonished at how many species I've rolled that have just been assumed extinct for like a century and then just rediscovered. You know, I'm not saying it's likely, but you gotta cling on to hope. Oh my god. I do think it's much easier for that to happen with like an obscure fruit bat than it is to happen to a cow, but I want you believe. I want you believe so bad. Yeah, their juice skills seem to be ongoing searches for them. They're like statues of them. These are extremely idolized. During Miss Grand Cambodia, Mogul pitched Vogie wore a costume depicting a Cupre which stirred considerable controversy amongst viewers, many of whom felt the depiction disrespecting the animal. Insane controversy. Wait, hold on. Insane news story? This is extremely concerning. Can everyone appreciate the controversial Miss Grand? It does kind of go crazy. The controversial Miss Grand Cambodia Cupre disrespect outfit. Serving count. Yeah. Yeah, many statues depicting it. This is like a 248 idolized. Like, does not get much more idolized than this. Holy shit. I wonder if anything pops up on that actualist, because sometimes they have like very old photos on there or something. Yeah, see, they have a gallery. The statues are quite awesome. I wonder what the story is behind this image. Like, taking it from Wikipedia. Apparently this image is from George's Broyhan. Yeah, I'm thinking there's like most idolized there are like many creatures that are just considered like extremely holy locally, right? Like that's why I'm not giving this a 250. There are like species of animals that are like genuinely worshipped, right? Yeah. Yeah, like by volume. The problem is cows are so iconic outside of Hinduism, right? Like there's probably no animal that has commanded the amount of worship that the cow has just due to like Hinduism, but I feel like you have to do percentage wise. I feel like if there's like a more obscure creature that's kind of only really known by the fact that it's considered sacred, that might like beat out the cow. But I don't know if such a creature exists. My god. Yeah, I could see the case for domestic cat getting a 250 on Idolites. I think that is almost certainly true. It wasn't what I had in mind exactly. But cats, I think, beat out dogs slightly just because with dogs will still break 240s easily. But with dogs, the feeling is kind of mutual, right? With cats, it's absolutely, you know, worshipped by humans. And yeah, exactly, like stuff by like Egypt. Holy shit. Bag in tight circles in early afternoon and become active in late afternoon and evening. Said to primarily use open deciduous forests. Standing water and mineral licks. They may wander up to 15 kilometers per night in search of forage and may move to higher elevations during rainy season. Yeah, no, they're definitely like dogs. But again, dogs are like iconic animals, and I think we kind of evolutionarily see dogs almost as our equal, right? Like there's just like deep mutual respect there. I think cats we do kind of revere in a different way. I'm a dog person. I think I like dogs more. I like both a lot, but I consider myself a dog person. But I think cats do just beat out dogs. Like, dogs idolize us. If it was reversed, if it was the relational opposite of idolize, then dogs would crush every other animal on the planet. You know, it wouldn't be a competition. I almost feel like dogs love us too much to get a perfect idolize score, you know? Probably eats a variety of grasses. Their horns get all scuffed up because of digging for tubers, probably. A cautious figure, as if we needed any more evidence that this was concerned. Making careful observations before advancing and often doubling back. This may be a sign of human persecution rather than their general behavior. Incredibly fucked up. God, poor things. I don't think Kaggle strike me as particularly fluid. I don't think cows strike me as particularly fluid. It kind of is shimmering. Again, Jessica's like a side effect of its reveredness. Yeah, this dude is solid as hell. Concern, like 249. There are many statues. Possibly. There are many statues of them in Cambodia. Big Miss Grand Cambodia controversy over who disrespectful Coupre outfit. Click here to learn more. It kind of went hard as hell though. And then cautious figure. Making careful observations before advancing and often doubling back. Cupras are awesome. Really, wow. So sad. Gee, I don't know what to say. Let's roll a mammal. Cercocebus? Agates, wait. Is this gonna be a monkey? No, I'm thinking of Colobus, not Cocebus. But it's a monkey nonetheless. Holy shit. Holy shit. The Sugi Mangabe. They inhabit old growth and secondary forests as well as flooded, dry, swamp, mangrove, and gallery forests. Terrestrial omnivores? Yeah, I love a monkey so much. Look at these. I love the coloration on these. I love the like, just beautiful kind of sad eyes. They've seen too much. They spend 3/4 of their overall time on the ground. Okay, so this is what I was saying. I'm saying like monkeys are very fluid, but more so the like arboreal ones. So that kind of goes. I was gonna give it an extremely high fluid score. That brings it down a bit. They've been observed scavenging the remain of quill and panga necks cracked by chimpanzees and red river hogs, potentially using the sound of cracking nuts or social networks to identify the sites of remnants. Awesome. They are on social networks. But I love that they don't crack the nuts. They just like let other animals use do the hard work for them. You can buy everything: leopards, eagles, chimpanzees, vipers, and humans. They use different alarm calls for different predator types. And other monkey, they're like very generous. They're not vocalized specifically in favor of their family, or even they're just, in fact, other monkey species also listen to their calls to avoid predators. Other notable vocalizations include copulation calls, mainly emitted by females during intercourse, and whoop gobbles, low frequency extended calls emitted by males at a high volume during the morning, with a nearby group, or with sightings or attacks of predators. Gert,
Wow,
thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. How was your stream?
Intense.
Hey, welcome in, Jam. Whoop gobble. I'm Young Station. I'm on a quest to review every mammal. We are currently reviewing the Sugi Mangabe. 3 new Gerploids, hell yeah. I love the Gerploids. The Gerploid project has been so cool. Oh, and an excellent selection of mimics. Excellent selection of Gerploid targets. Hey, welcome Taveshi, welcome. Good rolls. We got a really nice antelope and an unfortunately possibly extinct but beautiful cow. And we are just now reviewing this monkey, which I think is really quite wonderful. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Thank you, Gert. Hey, welcome, Happy Toaster. Yeah, the Gerploid population is kind of exploding. It's quite impressive stuff. They may contract leprosy, oh god. Yeah, definitely, Jam. Oh, that's really funny. Mangabe comes from a part of Madagascar which they just have no relation to whatsoever. Yeah. Gerps everywhere. God. Look at this monkey. Look at that. They're so human, you know? It's beautiful. Yeah, this was the monkey we got before. I'm sorry, this was the cow we got before. Yeah, that is they look so sad in every image. Fair. This incredible creature is like... Wow. Wow. Whoa! They communicate via raising and lowering eyelids. And also a lip grin while kicking out their tongue. Hell yeah. Wow. Regularly eats frog eggs. Eagle eyes. I feel like monkeys, just, that you gotta revere. Look, you can't not revere this creature. There's nothing indicating they're eagle eyes, but I refuse to believe they're not at least a bit eagle eyes. Again, monkeys fluid, but terrestrial monkeys less so. I think their eyes help their shimmering score quite a bit to me. They look so concerned. Notes. Eats frog eggs. They warn all monkeys of danger, not just their own. And what was that? Oh yeah, communicates via eyelids. And then there is also the... Oh yeah, they let chimps in hogs do the hard work of cracking nuts open for them and just scavenge the remains. I think that's good. God, monkeys are awesome. Let's spin another mammal. Eulemur? Lemur? Rubriventer? Very exciting genus name. The red-bellied lemur, let's go. Holy shit, have we had many straight-up lemurs? Have we had any straight-up lemurs? There have been a lot of, like, non-monkey primates. No! Wait, no, yes, we've had a dwarf lemur? And a mouse lemur. 2 mouse lemurs. Okay, we've had some lemur. Okay, we've had like a million lemurs. It's just been a minute. Wait, you... Oh, from the name, because rubriventer. Nice. Nailed it. Very good. Forgot all the lemurs, so fucked up. It's more just I can't keep track of the lemurs from the other, like, non-monkey primates, which is also fucked up, because the lemurs are awesome and, like, quite distinctive. A lot of the other it's more that, like, some of the lemurs don't really look like lemurs, and some of the non-lemurs do look like lemurs, which makes it particularly confusing. Like, some of the mouse lemurs... Like, this is classic lemur. But like, wait, that's a Galago. But like this is not lemur to me. This is like classic non-monkey primate to me. Non-lemur, non-monkey primate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Beautiful. Look at those eyes. I think like the light is covering up the pupils, but almost looks like it doesn't have any, which is like incredibly interesting. But definitely does. Wow. God, they're so cuddly looking. They're so awesome. I love them. There's narration? Okay. We've got footage of the red belly gleamer. Yes! Yes! Look at it! Look at it! So good. Oh my god. Wait, sorry, I think the video's muted for some reason.
Rainforests.
Yes.
These lemurs are frugivorous, but also consume flowers, leaves, and nectar.
Yes. Look at it
They play a
grasping.
crucial role in seed dispersal, helping maintain the health of their ecosystem.
God, it's so fun. It's so lovely.
Sadly, habitat destruction and hunting have put them on the endangered species list, making conservation vital.
Wow. They now eat guava, though they didn't traditionally. Good change, guava rules. Yes! Look, that is the cutest creature I ever made. Like, holy shit. That is so good. Just look at it. It is a bear monkey. It is absolutely a bear monkey. God. They're so good. Oh. Yeah. 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 Look at that tail. They're extremely baby. Back to back wonderful primates. Images by Matteo Bellucci. Red belly lemur. Holy shit. Arboreal and cathermal. Cathermal? Oh, just not irregularly active. Awesome. Depending on the season and availability of food, makes sense. Widespread but uncommon throughout its distribution. Usually considerably rarer than other sympatric species of Eulemur. Habitat loss from slash and burn agriculture, illegal logging and hunting, which is heavy in some areas. This is about teardrops. Oh yeah, like there's white patches around the eyes. That you just always look like they're crying. Important seed disperser. Oh, they detoxify millipedes by rolling them between their hands and salivating on them? That's cool, they like... clean their millipedes so they're safe to eat. Lemurs and monkeys love eating millipedes. What I'm learning. Again, no indication explicitly, but they've gotta be. I feel like they were fluid. They weren't like as adept in the tree looking as the gibbon, but they were still like fluid. The eyes and the white patches around the eyes are quite shimmering. It does look fairly concerned. Detoxifies millipedes by drooling them and rubbing them between their hands. That's really cool, Kazuma. That's so smart. I feel like before I dive into that like factual stuff, I just want to say just wonderful. Little bear monkeys with a good way of bugging it. Active at irregular times. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Just depends on the food situation and stuff. Hi. What you say? Just look at it. Hey, welcome, Mr. Chip. Welcome, welcome. Let's spin another mammal. Aplodontia rufa. Mountain beaver! Holy shit! Only living member of his genus, not closely related to American and Eurasian beavers, more closely related to squirrels. Look at it. Six of which are found in California? Wait, they have some in the I could see one of these? They occur near the Bay Area? Holy shit. Holy shit. Dribble Ninja, are you familiar? Considered to be a living fossil. Yeah, this has been an insane run. Holy shit. Due to the this is, I think, like a stream ago we had like a really long, obscure, about like Rogan stretch. And I think this is our compensation. We're just blowing through all the good ones. Oh my god. My god. They have some weird unique cranial feature. Make sure I get it. Wow. Point Reeves, I was literally here yesterday. Now I'm so pissed I didn't see one. I was literally in this thing's habitat, one of like 6 named hyper-specific locations this could be found in. So messed up that there weren't any. I have to go back. You can buy owls. You can buy weasels, is messed up. I wonder if I saw any burrows, because I saw like so many burrows. I wonder if any of them belong to mountain beavers. Yeah, now I know. That's crazy. I was like, man, I'm so sad I missed it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Yes! Yes! And it's so like taxonomically distinct, you know, it's like closest relatives are squirrels. Think of like... yeah. Extremely cute. Oh my god. Oh my god. It is kind of a fat lemming, yeah. Hey, welcome to Niven, welcome. Yeah, god, I love the mountain beaver. Oh my god. It has its own flea, the largest flea in the world, let's go. Look at this one, too. He's hiding away in the leaves. Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm very excited to learn. Yeah, I know, I'm very jealous. I'm so excited to learn about this creature's flea. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. I love how many creatures have their like own exclusive parasite that infests nothing else. Like it's like so funny to me. I know, and that's because it is just not a familiar. It's a rodent, right? And that's kind of all you can more or less discern. But that's kind of all it is. Like its closest relatives are squirrels. I know it's called the mountain beaver, but it's like closer related to squirrels and beavers, right? So I think the reason it's hard to tell what kind of animal this is just because it genuinely isn't a familiar kind of animal. It just is its own rodent, you know? There are just no other animals like this, which is wonderful. Let's read about it exclusively. The mountain beaver flea. It is the largest living flea in the world, and yeah, it's unique. Most other members of its genus are not strongly associated with any particular host animals and parasitize insectivores and rodents generally. This one exclusively parasites mountain beavers. The fleas of this family are the oldest fleas. Yeah, unique animal with a unique flea. God, awesome. Like, look at that. Look at this weirdo. I have to go back. I am going back to Point Risa every opportunity explicitly to find and photograph one of these. Like, come on. It is very potato shaped. Like, my god. Attribution is just Huck. I wrote the attribution as Aplodontia rufa, like the exact same species. This better be idolized. What the hell is the one observation in like Copenhagen? Honestly, because okay, the real reason is because this one was in public domain. This one had the most permissive license. But also, come on, this one's fucking awesome. This image goes crazy. Look at it. It gets so alien. It gets sopping wet in this image, but I think that only helps. The Washington skin, yeah. No, I mentioned it had like some archaic skull feature that like rodents historically had, like evolutionarily. Rodents originally had, that this is the only creature that seems to retain it. It's like the most like primordial rodent. It is a very good guy. Like an ancient creature. Rarely active above ground in winter. He retreats below ground. There's a Point Reese exclusive subspecies? Oh, I'm getting like more and more mag, I cannot say one. Reyes? Is it Point Reyes? It's probably Point Reyes. I've never like heard it aloud. But I think it's from the Spanish, right? Then again, we're like, yeah, Point Reyes, that makes sense. So it loves fern. It loves fern, but will also eat leaves, barks, and twigs. Yeah, I love Point Reyes. I was there yesterday. I was talking about that at the beginning of stream. It was like, I had such a wonderful time. I saw so many creatures. My, like, naturalist grew massively. Yeah, no, that is very fitting that the primitive mammal loves ferns. Like, those are also ancient. I feel like mammals are so new, that has to just be a coincidence. Yeah, I choose to believe this. This is like an ancient creature. You know, this thing's alive. I don't care if there's no indication about that. No, this thing's a pretty solid. That was from Nature Gooker. We've been tricked. Thank you, Nimmerman. Thank you for looking into it. We idolize him, exactly. It kind of is shimmering in spite of all of that. It does look kind of concerned. Holy shit. They're in Point Reese. I could have seen one. I'm fuming. Ancient rodent. Fossil species retains muscular cranial features everyone else has lost. Not actually a beaver. Closest relatives. Yes, exactly, Claire. Are squirrels? Insane roll. I love the mountain beaver. I'm gonna see one. I'm gonna do everything in my power to see a mountain beaver. Oh yeah, the flea. Exclusive flea, largest in world. Okay, Agbreak is starting. I have to run. See you all in 4 minutes. hello. Welcome back, welcome. I am a bit less furious now that I've learned R9 Naturalist at least has been seen a total of once in Point Reyes. And that one time this is what was seen, you know? That makes me feel a little in Point Reyes, that makes me feel a little less mad about the whole thing. I could scan missing the like 1 in 1,000 chance to see this. Oh, maybe in here, you know, could be. They actually seem uncertain about whether these even are mountain beaver burrow entrances. Seem rather exposed against skag of beggar hidden in vegetation. Wow. Anyways, let me spin another mammal. What a run of mammals we had there, holy crap. Oh, Mustela, yes! Yes, weasel time! European mink! Oh god, critically endangered? No way! This is like an incredibly depressing map. Look at that historic range. Look at that historic range. And then the dark green is the confirmed current range. And the light green is the possible current range. Jesus. Some like incredibly wonderful creatures with incredibly sad conservation Skagases QA. The invasive American mink is like out competing actually, god. Mainly occurs near forest streams that are unlikely to freeze in the winter. Eats voles, frogs, fish, crustaceans, and insects. Yeah, that is a cutie, oh my god. Look at that! I love minks so much. Welcome, large and all of you. Welcome. Musculags go crazy. Look at that. It is such a colon 3 phase. I'm very excited for the actual fix. Let's read about behavior a bit. Does not form large territories, permanent burrows, and temporary shelters. More segmentary than the American mink. Mostly it's the same thing as American minks. Voles are an important food source. Needs 140 to 180 grams. That's like less than half a pound of food a day. In terms of food abundance, like as cautious food. Yeah, human activity was historically hunting extensively. Also, decline of crayfish. Closely linked to the decline of crayfish, which happened due to the crayfish plague. God, they're extremely cute animal. Did you hybridize with the European polecat? They may have been gradually absorbed by the polecat due to hybridization. The crayfish plague is an insane concept. We see some polecat mink hybrids because we're not gonna get to naturally see any. No, they just have photos with the respective species. Man. They're preyed on by other musculars. That's so messed up. European polecats and American minks eat them. Oh my god. Oh my god, these are so cute. Holy shit. Yes! Yes! God, amazing creatures. We have to save the European mink. Look at that. Look at that snow. Look at that nose. This image is quite awesome. This is quite good. I love this. This is a painting. This is an impressionist painting of a European mink. The mole, exactly. But holy shit. And was there to say? Image by Cercocebus. God, what a creature. Mainly nocturnal and crepuscular. What does the iNaturalist observation map look like? Yeah, it really is just those places. Oh my god. Seen 13 times on iNaturalist. Holy. Small mammals, birds, amphibians, fish, mollusks, crabs, and insects. Chief prey is the water vole. Yeah, strong preference for flogging habitats. Ligger makes plain. Oh my god, they're so cute. They're so cute. There's gotta be, like, this is an endangered species that occurs in Europe, so I feel like there must be a captive individual at least. So there has to be like a photo arc of this, right? Is there not? I would have thought. I wonder if there are like no captive individuals. But god, they are so cute. It playing with the mirror. Does it recognize? Does it pass the cat? So does it recognize its reflection as itself? What a like bizarre labyrinth they've constructed for the European mink. Terrifying room mixed in. Very bizarre. It is in the chamber, the mirror chamber. They are insanely cute. Yeah, the portal room. Goodness, trapped. Hope you like it out. Man's inhumanity to weak creatures. This is definitely like some European mink study and not just they have trapped this mink in the chamber in like horror movie style. I worship this has to be egolized. I refuse to believe it's not. Quite fluid, especially just like always being in water. Yeah, exactly. Well, shimmering here again. Again, another one that gives a boost to shimmering score by like always being sopping wet. I'm quite concerned. They don't actually look all that concerned, but I'm quite concerned about the European mink. Extremely rare now, unfortunately. It has navigated the mirror chamber. Just about as cute as it gets. Absorbed by and devoured by polecats. Loves eating voles. I think that's good. Macrotus waterhousii. Waterhousii Macrotus. Waterhouse's leaf-nosed bat. Does have an exclusive parasite once again. There seems to be some delay in the development of its offspring. They just kind of chill in there for a bit. Hey, welcome, Sharefram. Let me check. The, like, reviews are archived on Young.online, so I can quickly search. Atelerix. No, though we have a clue because a similarly named genus here. Oh, I see what you're asking about. No, we have not. What is Atelerix though? I wonder why the fishing cat, the wonderful fishing cat, has a similar genus name. That's gonna be a wonderful role. You know the red panga was the original panga? The word panga was used for the red panga first, and then we discovered the giant panga, which we like thought was related because it also just loved eating bamboo, so we called that thing the giant panga. But then it's like kind of iconic Skagus won out, and now the poor red panga's been demoted to red panga, and the giant panga gets to just be called the panga. Or the panda bear. God, look at those ears. That, because I was thinking, like, Myogus is mouse ear, Tis might just be ear, so I was thinking Macrotus is that big ear, and, I mean, definitely lived up to it, so... awesome face. Holy shit. Look at that, like, expression. They're tiny too. My god. Oh, I will, if I remember, I will absolutely look into that. I love Wiktionary. I love, like, just going through the etymology and stuff. Words rule, man, yeah. Waterhouses. Leaf nose bat. Image by Kristoff Ziskowski. Let's read about this bat. Nocturnal, shockingly. Two clearly defined feeding belts as lunch and dinner. Roosts in cool caves or crevices. Does sometimes live in man-made structures, but not in roofs, because those are too hot. Mainly it's bugs, but occasional seeds. Again. Oh, they eat from night roosts or feeding perches, and they throw out the wings and legs of large insects. That's funny, they're kind of picky eaters. They regularly attack smaller species of bats and can become cannibalistic. Wow. No, again, I think like bats are unfortunately kind of culturally demonized. They are quite fluid. I don't think it's shimmering. Yeah, that's fair. I would not eat the legs or wings. No, this thing looks so unconcerned. It looks like so carefree and whimsical. Eats bugs from feeding perches, where it discards the legs and wings of large ones. Wonderful. Mostly lives in cool caves and crevices. I like cool being like, you know, not a temperature modifier here, just like caves that are awesome. Just occasionally pick human structures, but never roofs. Too hot. I think that's good for good ears. Good ears. I think that's good. I think that's good. Let me spin another mammal. Oh, and thank you, Sheriff Ram. Sorry, Mr. Rinsick. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the site. Handleyomys? Intectus? Insane name? Handleyomys? The Colombian rice rat? Handleyomys, or I'll handle it for you, yeah. Has no gallbladder, hell yeah. Love a bileless creature. Wait, is the gallbladder is the bile one, right? I don't know biology. Closely resembles the dusky montane rat. Handley would make sense as what it's named after. The Handleyomys. It seems funny. Than the Handleyomys, but Lives in cloud forest, always good. There's like no info though. I love this name. Wait, this might be a... I think this is a common name record. Colombian Central Andes Cloud Forest Mouse? Fuck yeah. We've definitely never broken 6 words. There's no way we've hit 7 words. We might have hit 6 words like once before. But Colombian Central Andes Cloud Forest Mouse is gonna be hard to beat lengthwise. This is the most specific mouse ever. Words rule. $4.19, last one on this page. Oh wait, it's not even on this page. They just lied to me. They just didn't scan the right page. Fuck. Now I have to like go digging. Is there like some dried up rice rat in a closet somewhere? Wait, this is promising. Sign in, leave me alone. Handleyomys intectus, hell yeah, even with the Fogo Craget. This is awesome, great Fogo. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't have to draw the then Colombian Central Andes Cloud Forest rat myself. Central Andes Cloud Forest Mouse. And this image is by Carlos A. Delgado V. It gives me quite a purple mouse. I almost want to give it a big of credit on your idolized for having such a long name. I think that's a sign of no, that's a kind of a sign of disrespect. They couldn't even call this the the Central Andes Cloud Forest Mouse. This actually be like the Colombian Central Andes Cloud Forest Mouse. They're like, they couldn't give this thing a proper name. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess there's a log of like the something sheath-tailed bat. In this image, it does kind of look shimmering. Like, there's no way it actually is, but I guess some credit for that. It looks very concerned once again. Are they really regularly 6 words? I feel regularly 5 words, maybe. Crazy common name. Handleyomys. But why it Orpal? I think that's good. I think that's good. Let me spin a mammal. Okay, there are several, but yeah. That I can kind of believe. Chinese squirrel? The mimulus Chinese squirrel? Let's go. Insane rules. Is it the pygmy squirrel? A dwarf squirrel, the western dwarf squirrel. Great range. Just here, just this line. Least concern, nonetheless. God, I hope there's an image of the Western dwarf squirrel. Yes! Yes! Look at it! God, the tiny squirrels are so good. Another thing I had no idea existed before this stream. Holy shit. Just insane. Look at that. That is the cutest thing. That is so baby. Valerie!
Wow, that was
Valerie,
intense.
thank you so much for the
Ritual man's
raid.
always intense.
I love when I saw the
something.
stream. Everyone check out Valerie. Great art. Great writing. I hope you had fun at the stream. Welcome everyone. Welcome XFF00FF. Good Yellow. Welcome Sky Mano Wilger. Wait, no. It's RGB, not RBG. What am I saying? Good Magenta. And welcome Valerie. Hell yeah, I really enjoyed what I saw. I am young, I'm on a quest to review every extant species of mammal. Extant as in not extinct. And we just rolled the wonderful Western dwarf squirrel. Everyone look at this creature. Everyone appreciate this mammal right now, please. Look. My god. Yeah, I love these tiny squirrels so much. I'm so glad there are many of them. I'm glad I can just keep killing these dwarf squirrels and pygmy squirrels. Look at it with the flower. Look at the smile. God, just wonderful. Look at that. Thank you, Guy Babano. Iggy. Awesome angle on this one. My god. Extremely good. Whoa, just immune to deforestation. That's wonderful. That's good. That's good. Low risk. They hang out with Central American dwarf squirrels, but are found at higher elevations. Where Western dwarf squirrels are sympatric with Indian squirrels, they move to lower elevations. We know nothing about their breeding, but pairs are occasionally seen. We have confirmation that they do not breed asexually. They do not just conduct mitosis, they do in fact breed in pairs. That is wonderful. That is really good. Seems secure across this entire distribution. They forage rapidly along the ground and in lower forest canopy. God, this thing has to be reviewed. That's too cute. Squirrels move quite fluidly, I feel, up and down the trees and stuff. Again, kind of just a shimmering vibe, even if it's not literally physically shimmering. It does look kind of concerned. A little, like, not a crazy amount, but I think it deserves some credit there. Dwarf squirrels are so awesome. Forages rapidly along the ground. We don't know anything about their breeding, but have observed them in pairs. Probably don't undergo mitosis. God, wonderful creature, insane rolls today. Really good stuff. Alright, let's spin another mammal. Nyctimene albiventer? But something bellied. I don't know what alba is though. The common tube-nosed fruit bat. Generally solitary, primarily fruit eating. Least concern. Oh, another one of the crazy yellow spots, and look at that face. This is such an alien. This is like a George Lucas, like, you know, this is like a Star Wars Episode 2 background character or something. I'll be making white makes a lot of sense, yeah. Right? Like, incredibly weird face. It is quite goblin, yeah. I don't get the yellow spots thing at all. It's like, appears many times. I can't like imagine what purpose it plays. This image is by Cliff Doors. Oh, Boglin, not Goblin. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, these guys. It is quite it's extremely Boglin with it. Holy shit, it's very Boglin. Thank you, yes. These are those, like, finger puppet things, right? Are they finger puppets, or are they just puppet? These are wonderful. They roost alone or in mother-young pairs. They've been recording every month in New Guinea. Species complex? Hell yeah. Actually, many guys. Mostly fruits, but occasional vegetables. Insect prey is occasionally eaten, but whether it is accidental or purposeful is yet to be clarified. Wow. Oh, the yellowish spots are camouflage. But yeah, I figure a hack should be something like that. Like, because surely it's not like a signaling thing. It's quite unimpressive, no offense. But you don't see how this... Maybe, like, you have like a bunch of like overlapping grasses with the little bits of light coming through, and it's hard to imagine what exactly the camouflage role is, but maybe just need you see in the right context. And photoluminescent in one species is insane. Common really cuts into your eagle-eyed score. No, maybe the yellow spots and those glowing eyes in this image help a bit. My skill thing backs aren't really shimmering. It looks very unconcerned too. It looks completely unfazed. Crazy. Crazy face. Kinda buglin. I was only maybe vaguely familiar, but they're definitely boglin. They eat bugs, but we don't yet know if they mean to. I think that's good. Whoa, what a weirdo. I kinda love it. Look at that tongue. Holy shit. Incredibly bizarre. Two B's, that's wonderful. Two B's. Alright, let's spin a mammal. Atelerix frontalis? Yes! Let's go. Let's go. South American hedgehog, Southern African hedgehog, excuse me. Seg should be a slow mover, however once directed it can move surprisingly fast at 6 to 7 kilometers per hour, 4 miles per hour. Curls up into a ball when it rests. Eats insects. So they've evolved to eat human trash. They also eat small vertebrates, including frogs, lizards, bird chicks. Yeah, the illustration is splendid. Look at that face. This is so good. He is absolutely Young's one hold. Curled into protective ball. That is an awesome defense. Look at that. They gig. It's like, yeah, it's really good. I love this. I also love it kind of looks like they ran out of time as they're shaking and it was onto the back leg. Like they really shake in incredible detail these two legs and the whole rest of the hedgehog, but it seems like at the last minute they realized they hadn't done the left hind leg and had to rush it a bit. It's an awesome illustration though, it's extremely good, extremely well done. Illegal to keep it without a permit. Not a threat to humans, but humans are a threat to it. Yes! Look at it! Look at it! Yeah, extremely good get. Look at it. 1 second. What a cutie. Yeah, this is an extremely good roll. Like, come on. Yeah, exactly. Hedgehogs are so good. It's like fucked up how cute hedgehogs are. Great. Oh, I love how Twitch renders the hedgehog emote. That is really good. Front-facing hedgehog. I don't think we have yet. I guess that should cure earaches, which I think adds to its eagle eyes. Smoke created from burning their spines and dried meat can keep spirits away. That adds to their eagle eye score, I think. So messed up. Absent from deserts, marshes, and dense forests. A lion was observed rolling a bald southern African hedgehog between its paws and trying to bite it. It escaped and was apparently unharmed. Engages in self-anointing behavior as though it wasn't idolized enough. It's anointed. By itself, but still. You can mix loud sniffs as it forages. Oh yes. Oh yes. Wonderful. So yeah, absolutely eagle-eyed. Not fluid though, true spiky. Yeah, not depend on free water. I think when you can be a ball of spikes that defeats the lion, you're not concerned. One in a fight against a lion. Cures earaches and wards away spirits. It makes loud sniffs as it forages. That's so good. A wild cat, like just one like scurrying along a log or something, that would be amazing. That would be so good. That would, yeah. Self-anointing. Really good roll. Let's spin another one. Neodon Irene? What were the Neodons? Yes, the Chinese scrubby ball. love a scrub vole. Slightly smaller than the Sikkim mountain vole. Or Sikkim, I think. Yes! Yes, check out that vole. Incredible. Voles are so good. I'm not just saying that because I saw one recently. They definitely helped their image in my mind. It was the one I just met was so cute. Boing. Prefer grassy habitats. Skull is weak temporal ridges. Weak with 2 ears, bafflingly. Confusing taxonomy situation. It's very cute. That's kind of the main thing I have to work with. I wish it was. I desperately wish it was. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be. It's shimmering to me. Kinda. It looks a little worried. It looks a little uneasy. Awesome guy. Like the Sikkim mountain vole, but a little smaller. It's cute, and that's kinda all we know. Let's spin a mammal. Lycalopex? Sechurae? Oh! Holy shit, what's going on today? Incredible rolls, we have a Zorro. Oh, hello indeed. That's puppy. That is absolutely puppy. Wolf fox. The Peruvian desert fox. A South American false fox. Hey, welcome Jumbega. Hell yeah, hell yeah. God, it's so good. I love a Zorro. Absolutely. God. Yeah. Foxes are so good. What are these, like, taxonomically? Because the Zorros are, like, I think they're kind of their own thing. They're closer like Indian foxes. Oh wait, no, sorry, that was just explaining like Lycalopex. Subtribes Cercocebus. Maine wolf, bush jog. Yeah, these are just South American jogs. I think they're just many South American jogs that are all related to each other. Tiny ring shoot, kind of like, yeah. Yeah, South America's its own branch of jog. Yeah, I think I've run into this before. Closest living relative is Darwin's fox. Generally solitary. Did you eat chickens? Their body parts are used in magical rituals. That is definitely idolized. Right? That is extremely idolized. They're literally used to make idols. They're literally eyes into idols, you know, because... Holy shit. What a handsome creature. Oh my god. This is so, like, prom photo to me. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why. But this is extremely prom photo to me. Yeah, excellent pause. Excellent pause. This is so cute. Holy shit. Yes. What's going on here? They can walk on walls? They are not constrained by the laws of gravity? Excuse me? They can do parkour. This is a really good photo. God, I love these. This is such a good roll. God, I love the nighttime carnivoran photos, like the flashing eyes. God, they're just so wonderful. Yeah, more fox power. Oh, I have to do the walking on walls one. Oh, but they're so cute. I want like a photo where you can actually see it. Too. God, that is a phenomenal picture. Yeah, exactly. This photo is by David J. Barton. Securian Fox. Whoa, GBIF has nothing to say. This sometimes happens. Where, like, you have the coolest creature ever, and GBIF just has absolutely nothing to say about it. Just back to Wikipedia again. Opportunistic figure. We have footage. We have a playlist. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yes, we have Fogork. Thank you, Joel Sartor, as always. There's not going to be any sound, but I still want to mute the BGM so we can properly appreciate its beauty. God, yes, yes. Look at this thing. Absolutely, baby. Absolutely, baby. Incredible. Yeah. Yeah, they use this to cast spells. They're like such graceful creatures. I think that implies some fluidity. They're like... No, even their fur is kind of shimmery. Their eyes are extremely shimmery. Their vibe is shimmery. I'm deeply concerned. Look at it. Awesome guy can stay. Like, holy shit. Love the South American canids. Used in spells. Just, yeah. Yeah, what's there to say? Extremely good. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just defies gravity. Wonderful. Okay, I think an ad break is about to start, so take a quick 4 minutes. Good one to pause on, like, phenomenal. I will see you all soon. See ya. welcome back. Welcome. Yeah. We saw the Fogark. It was awesome. The Fogark was really good. I love the Sechurae fox. I love all these canigs. Exceptional stuff. Let's spin another mammal. Whoa, very promising name. Wait, no. Wait, isn't it Vicuña? Isn't the Vicuña? Isn't the Vicuña the Vicuña? Yeah, the Vicuña is the Vicuña. Is this like natural? Are they naturally this thin? But holy shit, iconic animal. Where the origin of the alpaca? And it is like a camel relative, which is so insane to me. It's crazy that camels make it to the Americas, you know, or camels' ancestors. It's crazy that it's like not a goat or something. Like it is just... Like we got Vicuña, it is just a llama. It is just a llama. It's been reclassified. It is just in the llama genus. Llama glamma. That's so sure. Like actually extremely close. Oh wait, no, yeah. Wait, I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah. Yeah, they're now believed to be the wild ancestors of domesticated alpacas. I think alpacas were kind of a mystery for a while. I think alpacas were a bit controversial as to their origin. I remember reading about this. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, alpaca used to be considered descendant of the guanaco, and vicuña were not thought to have ever been domesticated, but then like DNA studies showed that alpacas were in fact ancestors of vicuñas. They do perform special rituals, so that, again, like this was already going to be extremely idolized. It has extremely fine wool. It can only be shorn once every 3 years and has to be caught from the wild. Yeah, I think vicuña wool is just like the best wool, period. Like, yeah, the vicuña has the finest wool of any animal. A cloak of vicuña wool will typically sell for $1,600. It does just have the best wool, period. Like, uncontestedly, which is a little insane. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I would love a wool poncho. Welcome, Higo. Welcome. I am, like, constantly wrapping myself in my, like, I'm constantly... Yeah. Vicuña, iconic animal of South America. Best wool in the world. Just incredible creatures. Ancestor of the alpaca. What insane roles we've been having today. Like, normally it's just, like, all obscure Rogans and stuff, and we got a few of those, but... God. It can only be shorn once every 3 years, only caught wild. That's so good. It was against the law for anyone but royalty to wear vicuña garments. The national animal of Peru. Appears on the Peruvian coat of arms. They are a wonderful shape. God, this is like, yeah, 248 egolized, or 249 egolized. I think this is 249 egolized. Like, the fact that only the Incan royalty was allowed to wear their garments, it's on, like, it's the national animal of Peru. They are one, look at that. Oh, hanging out with the flamingos? God, this looks so beautiful. Where is this? A lake in Bolivia. This is a wonderful photo. They are so magical. Yeah, yeah, they're so like perfectly Choskig marshmallow looking. It's great. This image is by Slunky. Thank you, Slunky. Probably GBIF will use their modern... No, they still use Vicuña Vicuña. Okay, sweet. So, Damon's the wheel. There we go. Daily activity patterns and movements are greatly influenced by the need to drink water. An obligate drinker. Obligate drinker is hilarious. Needs to drink often. They depend on water to survive, the stupid bugs. Yeah, especially in the dry season when it seeks water daily. Well, surprisingly, many desert animals seem to not be obligate drinkers, but it's very funny to make a big deal out of it. Seeks water daily. Imagine. Oh yeah. Legendary stream of the 249, yeah. Not really fluid. These are quite solid, I think. Very shimmering to me. No, they seem quite carefree. Hey, good night, Alchazman. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, thank you. Holy shit. Iconic creature, national animal of Peru. Just best wool in the world. Can only be caught wild. Can only be shorn every 3 years. Formerly only allowed to be worn by the Incan royalty. Obligate drinker, seeks water daily. Hell yeah. That's already over 20 animals. Jesus. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Oye. Spin another. Vasco Gale. Chapo Chafa. Oh! Holy shit, hello? Incredible tail situation, also looks massive. What the hell are you? Also known as the Twen or the common Wambinger, really clearing things up. The black-tailed mouse sack, sure. It gives a marsupial. Okay, it gives a marsupial. Austral Sage, are you familiar? Austral Sage, help me. Yes, love these guys. Love these. Awesome range. Just kinda here and there along the coast. Mouse sack is an insane noun. Isn't Sydney like around hereabouts? My Australian geography is not great. I feel like either this is Sydney. I know Sydney's like somewhere in this circle I'm drawing, I think, maybe. Where is Sydney? Yeah, about where I was drawing. I think they're just too south. Yeah, I think they're just too south. But maybe like other things in Genoscan if you think you had an encounter or something. But there are a lot of strange marsupials like this. Insane! Awesome creature! Look at those eyes! Marsupials rule. Marsupials rule. Yeah. Definitely like close enough that you could get to somewhere where you could see those. They are extremely fun. Look at this one. Look at this one. My god. Yeah. Oh, Chazza, if you're moving to Sydney, I hope you enjoy. I've been to Sydney like once in my life. I spent a month in Canberra. I like will not shut up about every time we get a marsupial like I've seen a relative of. But Sydney's like very cool. Yeah, I think you'll have a great time there. It's a really neat city in my experience. I wish I got to spend more. Rush. Hail. Vascagale. Yeah, good night, Cosmo. Yeah. Every time you just get like a weird, crazy looking creature that is not named after anything, that doesn't share a name with anything you see, it's like almost always a marsupial. I have learned about so many strange marsupials. I guess like 1/5 of them by now from this stream that I like never would know about otherwise. Yeah, it is really good. There is a marsupial for everything. Likely dependent on woodlands for food and tree hollows for shelter. Really long paragraph. Nearly everywhere inland in 1897, Kegel. No gig. Nearly everywhere inland it was very constant, and on a moonlight walk, one would generally expect to see this little marsupial. What a wonderful sentence. Unfortunately, this is now far from the case. Brutal. We need to go back to a world where on a moonlit walk one would generally accept to see this little marsupial. That's very unfortunate. Oh, I hope they come back. I really appreciate the work you and everyone else is doing there. I don't know, it's really easy to be like extremely pessimistic about these things, but I have, from doing these, like, been shocked at the amount of like good news there's been conservationally. Like, it does seem on the grand scheme of things we have we've taken over the last, like, I don't know, 70 years of human history, we've taken conservation way more seriously than we ever did before that, and we've also gone, like, much, much better at it. There's obviously, like, many, many huge cases of concern, but yeah, I'm very grateful so many people are, like, working hard on those kind of things. You know, they're nocturnal, and they may spend much of a night foraging for nectar in a heavily flowering Eulemur. When alarmed, the common brush-bill fascicle repeatedly taps its hand on tree bark, which sends a signal that a predator has been spotted. Play among juveniles is limited to brief chases. Juveniles explore and learn to hunt alone. Yeah. Agile hunter spiraling up tree trunks, darting along or underneath major branches, and leaping as far as 2 meters between trees. Wonderful. I idolize these. That last sentence really helps their fluid score. That's sounding extremely fluid. Bigling shimmeringness. I'm quite concerned about these. Its hindfoot can be rotated 180 degrees at the ankle, enabling it to climb upward or downward with ease. Yeah, thank you for confirming. Very fluid. They will eat chickens given the opportunity. One of the most arboreal yasureds. Okay, first note has to be on a moonlight walk. One would generally expect to see this little marsupial. Unfortunately, this is now far from the case. And then their ankles rotate 180 degrees. And I think the spiraling up tree trunks, darting along or underneath major branches is very good also. Incredible. Wonderful creature. Wrong wheel, let's spin another. Uromus Anak. The giant naked-tailed rat, sure. Known as Abin locally. It is known to Karukanots, and they are considered a pest that does hurt its idolized score. No photo. Do you have an illustration? We do a 315 in here. I mean, that is definitely a rat. What's the scale here? This is 4 inches, so this thing... Oh, this thing is huge. They're not kidding. Do they give measurements? Yeah. Yeah, naked-tailed rat is kind of a crazy descriptor given the normal rat situation. They seem to have walked it back, like Wikipedia calls it the giant naked-tailed rat, but then confusingly here they call it the black-tailed giant rat. What's his size? I just want to know how big this thing is. How giant? Yeah, 200 head body length, 270 to 335 millimeters. So these are just like a foot long, and not including the tail. That's insane. That is really big for like what looks like just a regular ass rat, you know? Yeah. By Tony, love it. Giant naked-tailed rat, insane name. They're considered a pest. I also feel like giant rat probably not very respected locally. Solid as hell. It'd be funny to give it a high shimmering score, but I really don't have the grounds to do it. It does look a little weird. Pig buggy length is 1 foot. Anak means child? In Indonesian? Yeah, that's true, but I feel like that's true. Yeah, that is kind of fluid. No, I don't have a counter argument. I'll give a big of credit there. I wonder if like giant Rex are as capable of it though. Steels. Karuka. Nuts. That's good. That's good. Let's spin another mammal. Another right through Geomys. Plains harvest mouse. I feel like this is a pretty typical length. Usually I go between like 3 or 4 hours. I've like cracked the 4-hour mark a few times. But that takes like a burst of energy I do not always have. Main predator skill unknown? But some reptiles and amphibians are predators of this mouse. Something like deeply concerning to me about I don't know, a newt or a frog eating this mouse. Plains harvest mouse is quite a good name. It is born naked and blind. As a juvenile, the hair becomes more shiny. They explicitly mention this sometimes as shiny hair. I think that helps its shimmering score. It is quite arrogant of a frog to a mammal. Like, who do you think you are? Yes, these guys are awesome. Okay, no, a frog could totally eat this. A frog could eat this no problem. I love this. It's a good... That extremely good. Look at it. Look at it. Wait. Yes. Yes. It is extremely huggable looking. Sorry, I just love the pose it's doing here so much. I don't think I can pass up on this one. It just... Yes. Yeah. That's the one. Meal. Hopkins? Lily Hopkins mentioned. Lanes. Orbits mouse. Let's read a bit more about this. Especially likes areas dominated by meadows with abundant blue grama and other species of perennial grasses, riparian areas, and abandoned crop fields at elevations of 1200 meters. Has an average of 4 offspring per litter. Younger altricial at birth. Lives in oval-shaped nests. Yeah, abundant blue grama sounds wonderful. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be particularly utilized. And yeah, I think I have been too harsh on the rodents. I think there is some fluidity to them, and this one's like a particularly small one. I bet this could squeeze into nooks and crannies. The gig mentioned the shining fur. It seems almost weirdly unconcerned for the situation it's in here. I feel like mice normally look very concerned, but this one's kind of chill. Awesome pose. Loves blue grandma. Frogs eat this. Who can blame them? I think I'll do one more spin. Let's see what we got. Trigelaphus and Gassi. Oh, thank God I kept going. Look at this. What perfect timing. Perfect one Chan gig on. Insane rolls. Again, the like crazy antelope colorations you get. This is a nature spirit. And then, yeah, the female one's just a completely different creature. Nyala. Oh my god. Very limited range, but least concern nonetheless. This isn't Super Autopex? Hell yeah. Spiral horned and middle-sized antelope between a bushbuck and a kudu. Considered the most sexually dimorphic antelope? Yeah. It is a very paint splatter range. And yeah, the stripes on these, the like incredibly fake, randomly assorted stripes always look so fake. They always look so drawn on. Yeah, I agree, Valerie. It's just thriving there. Well, we have the heart that's kind of... Browses during the day if temperatures are 20 to 30 degrees and night during rainy season. Has a sharp, high dog-like bark to warn others in a group of danger. Woodlands and thickets. They're never observed to be they've never been observed to be territorial. They're just chill like that. God, look at that. Look at that incredibly painted creature. God. Son. No, another like incredibly iconic animal with like weirdly known information on Geomys. But they did mention high demand for adult males as game trophies, which is unfortunate, but I think an indication of eagle eyes. And I mean, like, come on, look at it. There's no way this thing isn't eagle eyes. I think of antelopes. Well, I think of like big, bulky creatures like ungulates as not being fluid, like they're very like solid and stocky and like but they do like move often in quite graceful and fluid ways. So I don't know what you do. I'll give it a 111, but I'm really not sure. Again, physically no, but in vibe absolutely. Well, again, it's just chilling. It's like least concerned despite the wide range. It is quite hunted. Maybe that adds a bit. I don't know. Another insanely painted antelope. Apparently in Cercocebus. The most... Yeah, it's the actual. Sexually dimorphic. Antelope. Spiral horned and middle size. Yeah, it's just so good. They bark. They bark with an awesome note. But yeah, I think that will in fact be the last mammal. Thank you all so much for coming by. Let me quickly look for someone to raid. But really insane rolls today, like just phenomenal. Man, a lot of people live. A lot of people to choose from. Lex. Let's raid Cugglebone. Hago. They're screaming art. They're wonderful Argus. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming by once again. I will see you all next time. And tomorrow, wait, before I get, tomorrow I will be live at 4:20 p.m. Eastern, 4:20 p.m. Pacific, 7:20 p.m. Eastern on Nilblog Live. I will be partaking in a virtual passion play. It's gonna be awesome. I have like a spectator participant role, kind of hard. The whole thing's crazy. There'll be like, I'll be on that channel, but there'll be many different channels, like perspectives that you can bounce around on. It's like a super, like ambitious, insane stream project, and a lot of really cool people are involved. So, hopefully see many of you there. And yeah, thank you all so much for coming by. Bye everyone.